Hey everybody, it's Jeff from New York, and today we are back in Las Vegas on the northern end of the Las Vegas Strip, directly across the street from the Encore in Wynn Hotel and Casino, to check out the Fashion Show Mall. Right off the bat, let me correct myself. It's no longer called the Fashion Show Mall. They changed the name to the Fashion Show, and all the new signs around the joint reflect that change. The Fashion Show is huge and a lot more inexpensive than a lot of other malls on the Strip, and it's my go-to place should I have left something home, which I usually do. Lots of mainstream shops here and anchor stores including Macy's, Nordstrom's, Dillard's, Forever 21, Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus, Dick's Sporting Goods, you name it, it's here, as well as a great food court. So let's step inside, check out all the shops, attractions, and restaurants here at the Fashion Show. For those of you wondering, Fashion Show hosts weekend fashion shows on a runway within the mall's central atrium, hence the name Fashion Show. The architecture of the mall is noted for the Cloud, that big flying saucer looking thing that's landing in front of the mall. It's a 412-ton steel disc added in 2001, and it hovers 128 feet above the mall to provide shade and projection surface for advertising and events. This is Mitzi, the Rubber Ducky Showgirl, who shows up on all my Vegas videos. As most of you know, there are hidden mascots, or some of you call them Easter eggs, in my videos. Mitzi shows up in all the Vegas ones. Sometimes she's easy to spot, other times she's quite elusive, so keep your eyes open while watching the video. If you spot her, note the time in the comments below, and if you're the first one, you'll get a shout out on an upcoming video. And I guess now's a good time as any to give a shout out to Deborah Camacho, who found Cabby, the New York City Cab, in my latest New York City video from the New York Vault, Top of the Rock. Congratulations, Deborah. Good eye. The fashion show opened on February 14th, Valentine's Day, 1981. An expansion of the mall's west portion was opened in November 2002, followed by the opening of a new east wing and outdoor plaza in October 2003. Here we have Saks Fifth Avenue, one of the anchors here at the fashion show, and one of my favorite stores, by the way. As a matter of fact, we just visited the Saks Fifth Avenue on Fifth Avenue in New York City during my live stream Christmas time in New York City. And coming up here in the center of this atrium is that runway for the fashion shows they put on every weekend here at the fashion show. And as you can see overhead, they have lots of lights and sound equipment hanging from the ceiling for those shows as well. And of course, no trip to the mall is complete for Jeff from New York without a trip to the Lego store. You guys who follow me know that I love my Legos. I already have some of these sets and I'm looking to expand my collection in the near future, but they're so darn expensive. I don't know why, really. They're just plastic bricks, but they are expensive, but I really do enjoy the hobby. And forgive me for a little self-indulgence here, but I'm going to turn this fashion show video into a Lego video for the next minute and a half, and then we'll get back to them all eventually. Getting back to the mall and its big expansion in 2003, also added in 2003 was a new food court which we're going to visit later in this video, located on the 3rd floor overlooking the Las Vegas Strip. And even though it's a relatively young mall, lots of money, $1 billion with the B, has been spent over the years on renovations and expansion. Speaking of that food court, it's on the other end of the mall, and like I said, we'll get to it eventually, but there are lots of food options in this mall. This mall is huge, and as far as food, there's everything from fast food to casual sit down. Any kind of food that you like, you're going to find it here at Fashion Show. One of the things I like about coming to Fashion Show is it's a great break. I'm usually here for a week when I come to visit Las Vegas, and about halfway through I need a break from the hustle and bustle of the Strip and downtown Las Vegas, and it's a great place to spend an afternoon. It's cool, it's obviously climate controlled, you save a lot of money on the food here, and that money that you save you could spend in the stores. And like I said, especially if you're on the northern end of the Strip, it's a great place to hang out just for a couple hours to break up your trip. Hold on tight. This place is called Casino Quest. It sells all kinds of casino stuff, not something you'd find in your average American mall. Coming up here is Kappa Toys, one of my favorite toy stores. It's not very big, but they have really unusual items, stuff you're not going to find in your average toy store. I really am a kid at heart. Let's stop in and check it out. I did a video on the fashion show a couple years back, and I said it then and I'm going to say it again. I'm always confused on what floor I am on this mall. It's really weird, the levels. There's kind of like a two-level mall, but then there's a level in between those two, and you take a short escalator up to that one and then a long escalator up to the second one, and you just never know what floor you're on in this mall, and it's always confusing, but hey, it's a mall. You're meant to get lost, right? I mean, you guys know that casinos don't have clocks or windows, so you lose kind of all sense of time. I'm under the impression that malls are set up so that you lose all sense of direction and you have to pass a lot more stores. We're heading back towards the, I believe, west end of the mall. If one of you guys know, I'm sure you'll correct me, but I believe we're heading west towards that food court, which we'll eventually end up in before this video closes. And like I said, this place has tons of restaurants. We're going to walk past Maggiano's too, which is a pretty popular restaurant here in the northern end of the strip. Maggiano's website says, join us for lunch or dinner at Maggiano's fashion show and savor the rich flavors of Italian-American dishes inspired by Nona's traditional recipes. We are located on the north end of the Las Vegas Strip, the most exciting street in America, directly across from the Wynn Resort. Our location has floor-to-ceiling windows that show a 360-degree beautiful view of the Las Vegas Strip. And now finally, up to the food court. Hold on tight. that's it for the Fashion Show Mall. What'd you think? Leave a comment below. I tell you what, it's a great go-to if you lost all your money gambling. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, ask some questions, and most importantly, subscribe by clicking on the button on the left. You can visit all of my New York videos by clicking on the top right, or check out my videos on other favorite places to visit by clicking on the bottom right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around the city.